In this video, we're going to be taking a look at creating the artwork for a 3D printing project. And in the process, we're going to demonstrate why you should be using Inkscape and really learning how to work with Inkscape in your slicer, because once you understand how the two work together to create 3D models, it is absolutely dead simple, probably the easiest way on the planet to create very simple basic designs. So let's go ahead and import our artwork in question here. So we are in Inkscape. Now this was posted to one of the recent forums I saw, and what they were looking to do was to create some keychains. So this is the artwork. Now he said he purchased this SVG file, but I don't have the SVG file he purchased, so I'm just going to demonstrate how to do it on this. We're going to hit Trace Bitmap. We're going to click on Apply. We're going to slide this over. We are going to double click on it. We're going to grab our Alt key and click and drag and get rid of all of those nodes. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. We're going to click and drag and get rid of those. And then we'll come up here and click and drag and we'll get rid of those. And this little guy right here. Okay, so all we're doing is alt clicking, clicking and dragging, get rid of those nodes that we don't need. Now, what we're going to do here is, I think the simplest thing is to go ahead and go to Path and Break Apart. Now, don't panic, but this very outside one, okay, we're just going to duplicate. Hit Control D on our keyboard, and there is our duplicate, okay, and let's just call this the back plate. Okay, so all of the rest of this, click the first one, shift click the last one, go back to Path and Combine. Okay, that brings us back to where we were. If we give that a different color, we just slide it up the layer stack here. Okay, we'll get it back right there. And then give it a different color. And now you can see we're kind of back to where we were, right? Now, we could do a keychain just like this and print it like that if you wanted to, or on our backplate, we could apply a path effect. So we come in here to Inkscape, we'll do an offset path effect. Now, offset of how much? Well, I'm not sure. Let's just try 4 millimeters. Ooh, look at there. We might have hit the money shot the first time around. Let's just do 6 and call it good right there. Okay. Now, once we've done the offset, we always want to go to path and object to path. And now this is essentially ready to go. Now, we do want this the finished size of our keychain. So let's go ahead and set that to the finished size of our keychain. Which, how big do you want your keychain? Well, 100 millimeters is 4 inches. And so we don't want it 4 inches probably. Let's just make it 3. Okay, obviously this can be adjusted to whatever we want. Let's go ahead and we'll just call this on the desktop. We'll call it Heaven Keychain. Okay, Heaven Keychain. Save. All right, there we go. Beautiful. So now this is ready to go into Bambu Studio to finish off our keychain. So let's show you how to do that. We'll come over here. We've got a blank document rolling here. So we will go ahead and create a new project. We will go ahead and hit Control I and import our Heaven Keychain artwork. Now we have two parts to this. So we'll go to our Objects tab. We have our back plate. Okay, and then we have our logo. So there's our logo. Our logo, let's go ahead and make it white for this example. And then our backplate is going to be blue for this example. The backplate selected here, we'll go to our scale tab. No uniform. Our backplate, let's just make it 4. It's what I usually make for my keychains. And then for the logo, really, we probably only need 1 millimeter. You could maybe do 2. So the thickness is 1. And then we got to go to the move tool because we have to put it on top of our 4 millimeter plate. Now this is the part where it gets everybody confused. That is the Z height. Your build plate is 0. Our blue background piece is 4. And our logo is 1. We take the 1 of our logo divide that always by 2. So in this case, it's 0.5. So it is 4.5 because we want to put it on top of our 4mm backplate. All right. So now what do we have to do? Well, we have to insert our key tag. So I've already got that made. Control I, and just type in key tag here. I think it's all one word. There it is, key tag, indeed. So there's our key tag, okay? Now this is just an SVG file that's 8mm diameter and 4mm diameter. That's it. But I saved that one time. I can reuse it over and over again. Go to the scale tool. We're going to make it 4, just like the thickness of our back plate. Now, here's the thing. When we move this, we want just a little peephole. We need it just big enough for our jump ring for our keychain. Something like that. Okay, we don't need much. We don't need much hanging out there at all. Now, we do need to combine these two together into one assembly. So we'll click that one, and we'll shift click and control. So we have to go click the key tag, shift control the assembly, right click and merge. Now she'll print. All right. So now what I would do is just come down here, copy, paste, 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 like so. All right. Now there is obviously a function. Let's go ahead and select them all and center it up on the build plate. There is an option, of course, too, and I'll show you this too. I don't like using it, but you can right click on one and choose fill bed with copies, and poof, it'll fill the bed with copies. But it does all kinds of craziness. You want to try? Okay, let's try. So we set the one down there in the corner, right? And then just right click and choose fill bed with copies. And you see, I told you it was going to give you craziness, didn't I? Didn't I? I warned you. So I just don't use that feature, hardly ever. I just go with that, and my OCD doesn't kick in. It gives us a nice completed version. Now, if you're going to be doing this for a tournament, well, we got to do something else. We got to do something else, whether they order it or not. And this is one of the key things. If you're working for a customer, at least, don't ever give them what they order. Always give them a little something, 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 something. So let's go to the scale tool, and let's go ahead. This time we will use uniform, and let's bump this up to 150. All right, and then let's go ahead and, yeah, we could center it to the build plate. That's fine. And then Control I, and on our desktop somewhere in the world, we have our Cuban. Now this was downloaded off of MakerWorld, so you can download it off of MakerWorld as well. And we're going to change. We can leave it white. That's fine. We can actually leave it white. I'm not going to worry about that. But then we can go ahead and move this up so it connects there. So you see the connection there? So that's what we want. And then just like with the little key tag, you have to select the assembly of your Cuban, shift control the assembly of our logo, right click and merge, and now we won't get any error messages. We have to move our prime tower, but we won't get any print error messages. This will all print out just perfect. So now we have our height chain, and then we also have our keychain. But have we gone far enough? I don't think so. Let's back up here. We haven't gone far enough, have we? All right, why? What do we want to do now? Well, I want to show you one more little thing that we could do, okay? So I want to put something on the back side. We could put Bobby, Billy, Tommy, Timmy, whatever we want to do, or we could have some kind of quote. I'm just going to do something simple because, hey, it's what, 2026? So let's just put 2026 on the back side of this thing so we know what tournament it was, okay? So, so what we're going to do is grab our text tool here, and let's just type out 2026. Now, I don't really like this particular font. So we'll use Collegiate instead, and we will set our color of our logo here, our text. And then we're going to go to scale, and this time we won't use uniform scale. How thick? We want 1/2 mil. So let's go with a 1/2 mil thick. Okay, and then let's go ahead and rotate this bad boy all the way around, upside down, like so. Okay, now if we right click and center this, okay, and then we right click and center our text, then those two should more or less be centered. If I hit Control 1, I'm looking dead down, dead straight down. I can grab my scale if I pull, so I'm making it basically as big as I can make it. Now I'm going to use my arrow keys to just kind of move this into place here. Okie dokie. I like that. All right. So now if we look, you can see it down there. So now what we have to do is just like we did with our key tag, our new text, we have to shift control the assembly, right click and merge. Always make sure you merge your pieces together. Let's go ahead and slice this plate so we can show you what you get. You get a slice okay, so we know we're slicing good, but look at on the bottom. Ta-da! See there? Isn't that fun? 2026 on the bottom. But you could add whatever you want to on the bottom. I'm just showing you how you would go about doing it. All right, so let's go back to the Prepare tab here. Let's go ahead and pop that back down here in the corner and Control C and V, 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 Control V. Okay, there you go. Now she's all filled up, ready to go again. And now all of these, of course, will have the 2026 on the bottom. So you see, very, very easy to make your hype chain. Very, very easy to make your keychains. Projects like these definitely do not require Tinkercad or anything else. Inkscape is completely free, completely easy to use. Give yourself a day and a half to understand how Inkscape works, and you are in business. And of course, we have dozens of other videos, similar videos that show you how to do stuff the easy way. So, until next time, thanks for watching.